Agent-driven Man Utd star's entourage looks to manipulate the market with reports of foreign interest. Along with Marcus Rashford, Alejandro Garnacho has found himself heavily linked with a move to Serie A this month. Both Manchester United forwards were dropped by Ruben Amorim for the Manchester derby last month. However, only the Argentine has featured since the eyebrow-raising omission. As a result, Rashford is widely expected to depart Old Trafford before the February 3rd deadline, with AC Milan believed to be leading the race to seal his signature on a loan basis. In Garnacho's case, he returned to the starting sheet on Sunday for the first time in 6 matches, when he replaced Amad Diallo in attack to face Arsenal. He quickly repaid Amorim's faith by assisting Bruno Fernandes with a spectacular ball to open the scoring in the second half before the Reds eventually won the tie through a penalty shootout. Napoli set their sights on Garnacho, apparently. With 8 goals and 5 assists to his name in all competitions this term, Garnacho's impressive form has unsurprisingly caught the eye of one potential suitor in the form of Napoli. The league leaders are currently preparing to sanction Kvaratskhelia exit to Paris Saint-Germain, meaning a successor to the 23-year-old wouldn't go amiss while the window is still open. Reports from Italy have gone as far as to claim Napoli submitted a £38 million bid to prize Garnacho from Old Trafford, despite United valuing him in the region of £60 million. Such speculation has been deemed wide of the mark, though, according to the Daily Mail, reports of Napoli making a move for Garnacho in this transfer window seem a little wider of the mark. The outlet states, United sources indicate that the speculation is agent-driven, and the club are unlikely to entertain offers for Garnacho this month, unless an exceptionally high bid comes in. The futures of both Manu and Garnacho will be under discussion again in the summer, when serious offers for both players are considered more likely. Garnacho keen on Napoli move, but price tag is an issue. Napoli had positive talks with the entourage of Alejandro Garnacho, but Manchester United has set a massive valuation for him, so his arrival isn't very likely at the moment despite the income generated by the sale of Kvaratskhelia. Alfredo informs, the Argentine is open to the transfer. On the other hand, the Red Devils have a lot of balls in the air. Marcus Rashford will make his decision soon. In addition, Joshua Zirkzee is far from certain to stay given his reduced role under Ruben Amorim. The team might not want to lose so many attackers in the same window. Napoli started with a €45 million offer for Garnacho, but it's not enough. The counterparty wants at least £60 million. The Partenope aren't planning to invest almost every penny they'll get from the departure of their ace right away. The 20-year-old has been the only player directly indicated by Antonio Conte to replace Kvaratskhelia so far. The officials will keep chasing him until there's a sliver of hope to sign him. Juventus lodged a serious inquiry, but for the summer. Manchester United might prefer to postpone the matter by a few months to solve their other issues first. Our take on Napoli and Garnacho. They have gone above and beyond to make their boss happy since he joined, but this is by far their most complicated and expensive pursuit despite the huge incoming windfall. Even having the will of the player in their pocket might not be enough, and he'd probably benefit from the other possible exits up front. Diego Maradona convinces Garnacho to quit Man United for Napoli. Alejandro Garnacho is tempted to join Napoli due to Diego Maradona's connection with the Italian club. That is according to former Napoli and Argentina star Daniel Bertini, who played with Maradona for both the club and the national team. Bertini believes that Maradona's status as a god at Napoli, having led the club to 2 Scudetti and a UEFA Cup during a legendary spell in Campania from 1984 to 1991, could push Garnacho to make the move there. Napoli are currently in negotiations with Man Utd for Garnacho, who would be a replacement for Kvaratskhelia, who is set to join PSG this week. What did Bertoni say? Garnacho is not Maradona, let's be clear. Bertoni said on Radio Kiss Kiss, if you ask an Argentine about Naples, he will always say yes. Maybe the choice of the new destination will also be based on that. I hope Garnacho arrives and makes Napoli fans dream. Diego, he loved Naples, but his homeland was Argentina. You cannot say that if he had stayed in Naples he would still be alive today. Napoli manager Antonio Conte revealed on Saturday that Kvaratskhelia has asked to leave the club immediately. He is currently in advanced talks over a transfer to PSG for a fee in the region of €65, 75 meters. Napoli have opened talks with Man Utd over Garnacho to replace the Georgian winger. An initial bid of around €45 million, including add-ons, has already been rejected by United. It is reported United are asking for around €60 to 70 meters in order to sell. Garnacho has been unsettled at Old Trafford for some time, and has fallen out of favor under new manager Ruben Amorim. Amorim sensationally dropped him for the Manchester derby, and, although he has returned to the fold since then, he is not an important player for the Portuguese coach. Garnacho at Man Utd. The 20-year-old Garnacho was one of the few bright lights of Erik ten Hag's tenure at Manchester United. He was one of the breakout stars in the Premier League in 2022-23, making 8 goal contributions from 10 starts and 29 appearances. He had a string of memorable performances, including the winner against Real Sociedad in the Europa League, which made him the youngest foreign player to ever score for Man Utd in European competition. Garnacho broke a string of records, and also starred in the Manchester Derby, assisting Marcus Rashford's winner in the 2-1 victory over Man City. Last season, Garnacho continued to impress, with 10 goals in all competitions. He scored in the 2-1 FA Cup final win over Man City, hit a memorable brace in the 4-3 victory over Chelsea, and scored the goal of the season with a stunning bicycle kick against Everton. This season, Garnacho has seen his star shine less bright, with just 3 goals and 1 assist in 19 Premier League games.